Why, hello there!
Welcome to tonight's broadcast of The More You Know.
What you'll be learning tonight will be very shocking.
Very punny, Heliodora.
Yes, it was.
Tonight we'll be learning about the 3 ways you can create static electricity, which are
Friction, induction, and conduction. First one we'll be learning about tonight is friction.
Bernardo over at the science desk will explain how friction works.
Thank you, Heliodora. The frictional charging process results in a transfer of electrons between 2 objects that are rubbed together. Rubber has a much greater attraction for electrons than human hair. As a result, the atoms of rubber pull electrons from the atoms of the human hair, leaving both objects with an imbalance of charge. The rubber balloon has an excess of electrons and the human hair has a shortage of electrons. Having an excess of electrons, the rubber balloon is charged negatively. Similarly, the shortage of electrons on the human hair leaves it with a positive charge. The 2 objects have become charged with opposite types of charges as a result of the transfer of electrons from the least electron-loving material to the most electron-loving material.
Thank you for giving us that info and for such a great example.
Now let's shoot over to Pedro for the next type of static electricity, induction.
Thanks, Heliodora. Induction is caused when electrons on a neutral object is rearranged by a nearby charge object. To put it another way, when a charged object such as a rod that has been rubbed on the cloth is put by a neutral object such as paper, the electrons in the neutral object will be attracted to the surface closest to the nearby charged object. So if I brought a negatively charged rod near a neutrally charged piece of paper, all the positive electrons in the paper would go to the side of the paper where the balloon is, and the negative electrons that are in this paper would go to the other side.
That's very interesting, Pedro.
I know.
Thanks for such a great explanation, Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
Oh, I almost forgot. Don't forget to vote for Pedro.
And for the last part of our episode tonight, we're going to be taking a look at charging with conduction. And our friend Ron from YouTube will be showing us how that is done.
There are 2 ways to charge something. One is by conduction, where you have one object here that's charged and another object that is neutral or less charged. And when they touch, charge from this object will transfer over to this other object, and the charges will distribute uniformly so that when you pull these apart, the charge that you had initially, and charge is given the symbol Q, the charge you had initially will split equally, half and half here. So again, charge is given the symbol Q, and the total charge would have been distributed equally when this charged by conduction.
Well, that concludes our episode of
The More You Know.
And as always, we hope you enjoyed this and maybe learned something too.
From the cast and crew here at the studio, we hope you have a great night.
Jake, I like you move. You look like your mother when you walk. Like, just like...